So welcome to Okay, so this thing has been happening where the coasters in my house for some reason are whatever this material is that's on them, when your drink that's on it gets like condensation or water in the bottom, it makes the coaster stick to it like a suction thing, and Marissa's making fun of me all day because I kept picking up my drinks and the coaster would stick to it and then fall off, and just now she picked up her drink and the coaster stuck to it.
You have no proof.
I'll post a picture. Actually, I probably won't because I don't care enough. But we've been scouring Craigslist. I don't want to say scouring because it took like
You really don't have to scour to find
5
funny
minutes
Craigslist.
to find just like nuts. I don't know what my voice is doing, but it says he had been talking all day. But I have some that are like full entries that I feel like I need to read, but there's some that I just want to read the title because it's just like, it's so incredible.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yes.
Ready for this? Worked out guy with hardwired nips.
What? Okay, what?
30 years old. So he gives some like stuff about him. Just looking for another guy into licking and sucking nips while I jerk off. Great pecs here, smooth. Looking to do this in the car or outdoors.
Wow.
No all capitals sex and no all capitals oral. Just having someone enjoy my nips while I jack off for tonight only.
That's like a special
young
offer.
Something muscle bros a plus. Please no feminine or even a hint of being gay will be a turnoff. Must be legit masculine. Straight would be even better. Just be masculine, discreet, and clean, please. You must be able to host or outdoors or in the car is cool.
Outdoors.
So he just wants somebody to like,
That reminds me, Taylor and I and her brother were watching a funny Baggage episode.
Oh no.
In Baggage, if no one's heard of it.
Oh god, it's horrible.
It's a Jerry Springer hosts it on like Game Show Network, and there's like a guy or a woman like trying to date someone, and there's like 3 contestants who want to date.
It's like a
the
dating
main
game
person.
where you learn the worst about people before you meet them.
And so they have 3 bags of baggage, and each one has like a dumb thing. And this one guy opened his, and it says, "I must have my nipples bitten."
Oh, I forgot about him.
And
He's
the
like, you
woman
must bite my nipples during sex. She was like, okay.
He was like, "Oh, okay," and he got booted off. That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah, it's like, on one hand, like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? If that's your thing, that's fine. But the way he phrased it was just, like, so funny. Like, it was, like, a requirement. And it was just, like, it was so funny. But yeah, this man with his hardwired nips.
But they are not that hardwired. I mean, I know.
I don't know. They're kind of...
Zoom in on that one.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh.
It's pretty hardwired. I don't know, man.
Ew, that's like abnormal.
He has like...
That's like half of an inch just of like nipples sticking completely out from being cold.
They're unusually large.
Or like long. Like the areola is very small, but the actual nipple part is sticking out like really far away.
Yeah, it's weird because, well, it's like, the reason it's weird is it's not proportional, I guess. Like, it's sticking out really far for the size of nipple that it is.
And he's definitely, like, on steroids, by the way. The muscles, I don't know what they're called, like...
Oh, the ones where it's like...
the creepy triangle muscle.
Yeah, it's like
in your neck, and it just is, like...
When dudes, like, bulk out too much, it, like, bridges the gap between their neck and shoulder in a really weird way.
And this is like, it looks like a boil. It's just like this, like,
yeah,
giant...
he looks like a turtle and it's the top of his shell.
Oh my god, yes. Ew, he has to be on steroids.
I don't know if this is actually him, though.
Well, if it is him, he has to be on steroids. Like, I can't...
But yeah, it's just funny, too, because he's like, you have to be straight.
What's weird,
but what straight guys want to fucking suck on your nipples when you jack off? Probably all over his fucking face.
And
like
outside
in
nature?
Outside, he's like, oh, you can't have a hint of being gay. His mouth is on your titty. Like, do you not think that, like, what?
But it's weird, too, because his bicep is, like, abnormally huge, then, like, his, like, normal, like, arm, like, forearm
really bizarre,
is small,
yeah.
so it's like he's shooting
It looks badly kind of photoshopped or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Either way, I don't want to suck his nips or bite his nips, but I guess I can't, because I'm not a straight man.
No, you're not a masculine straight man. So, number 2, bikini blowjob. I am a tall, slim, long-haired, straight dude and straight, cute, and white man looking for a fun dom girl who will dress me girly and make me suck dicks.
Okay.
I think I would be hot. So, newsflash, you're not straight. I think I would be hot as a chick and always had this fantasy.
Oh no, this reminds me of another thing Taylor and I were watching.
What are you talking about?
The femme skin.
Oh no. Oh god.
I think Taylor and I need therapy, but it's like these straight men.
Just YouTube search My Strange Addiction Men in Doll Suits. That's all you need to know. It's, oh god. Yeah, and he's like, you know, I could be your husband, boyfriend, or gay friend. Fucking Christ. It's, how long has it been? 5 minutes and I can't fucking talk? 5 minutes. Transform me into your cocksucking slutty girlfriend. Sounds fun. Hit me up. Thanks. First timers and curious girls welcome. Laid back dude here.
Oh yeah, he sounds really easygoing.
Oh, and he's a Pisces.
Oh my god.
Anyone who's curious? Okay, so
Pisces are very proverbial dreamers. They're lovely and mystical and compassionate beings.
So, here we go. This one, I really don't... The rest of it is not that interesting, but the title is incredible. Black man with hurricane tongue seeks a kinky lady to eat out in car.
In car.
Hurricane tongue.
Hurricane. How?
Hurricane tongue.
Hurricane. You think like tornado or something would make more sense, but hurricane is like all over the place. Like,
well,
hurricane.
I don't know. Hurricanes are commonly found in water.
Oh my god.
Tornadoes are only in dry areas. Come on now.
I'm looking at pictures of hurricanes. Hurricanes
so
versus tornado.
Yeah, a hurricane is as soon as it's on water.
Okay, but I feel like tornado is more limited to like one spot of swirling, where hurricane is like all over the place.
Maybe that's not a bad thing. I don't know.
You know. We both know. Okay. Anyway, I'm comparing them. Hurricanes over warm water, okay. Tornadoes over.
See?
Land. Okay, I know.
Perfect. A warm, wet area. It's a hurricane.
Well, maybe it's not starting
off
with water, okay? Okay, the point is, I'm just saying it's an interesting weather thing to attach yourself to, and I was trying to figure out if that was the best way to describe it. Okay, I guess hurricanes last longer, up to 3 weeks, and tornadoes are only like an hour.
You think you get tired?
I think. Okay, but hurricanes, you can know several days in advance, and tornadoes, you only know more than like 15-30 minutes before it's gonna happen. So like they're probably gonna message and then get together real fast.
Well, not if he's a hurricane. Go meet in a couple days.
Well, I'm gonna get me a tornado, man. Okay, I'm that hurricane tongue.
Oh god, hurricane tongue. Yeah, that's kind of incredible. Anyway, my last one is really good. Can I watch your piss? There's also a picture, but I'm not gonna. It's, you know. Or maybe hold it for, this is the description now, or maybe hold it for you while you go with my hand, or maybe hold your shaft in my mouth. Been a fantasy of mine for quite a while and would love to experience it. Gets me hard just imagining it. Also, he's like 40. But, oh, sorry, 40s, so he's probably like almost 50. Oh, 47, knew it. But yeah, he just like wants to like just be around peeing, I guess, is his thing. I don't... That's one of those fetishes that I, like, just can't... Because there are certain weird things that, like, I personally think are weird, but I'm like, okay, that's not my thing, but I can understand how somebody could be into it. But the pee thing for me...
Turn off.
I don't understand. I can't physically understand.
Yeah, I just,
because, like that's not...
Even, like... You know...
Yeah? Yeah? Where are you trying to go with that? Where do you want to go with that? Come on.
I'm just like...
Enlighten me.
No, like...
Share with the entire internet where you're trying to go with that.
You get me, I'm saying, okay? Everyone gets where I'm going. But, yeah, It's
just like, because I feel like that's not something that I would, like... I don't know how much I'm trying to, like, reveal about my personal preferences here, and I don't want to do that. But, okay, so... I'm not gonna say that making a mess is necessarily a bad thing. However, I don't well, I wouldn't want it.
A Petco and get like stain remover.
Well, just like I feel like it would be something that to me would be very unclean, I guess, because it's like the process of peeing is like the point of it is to remove stuff from your body that's like not good for you. So it's like, well, I don't know if I necessarily would want somebody to pee that out all over me, or in this guy's case, kind of in his mouth. Like, that's not something I could get past. Like, there's some, there's some people are like, they do weird things, and it's like, oh, whatever. It's kind of weird, but like, okay, it could be hot. I can't.
Well,
I can't get it.
I can barely like pee in nature because that stresses me out enough to like squat, relax. Like, I just like too much.
Do you
to,
pee
like,
in nature often?
Well, I've had to if I'm like on a long hike or something. It's like, okay, like I
this
have
just
to
in,
pee.
Marissa pees in her yard all the time. She loves it.
I don't have a yard, but okay.
Marissa nature pee.
But I'm saying like, because Fina, my friend Fina, she's so adventurous. She could pop a squat and pee like instantly. And so I really had to...
I feel like that's more common for dudes, too, to be able to do that.
Well, she's, like, always outside.
Yeah.
Same with Logan. But so we were hiking, I'm like, oh, I really have to pee, And she's like, okay, relax, just pee right now. And I was like, I can't. And so I had to, but like, I couldn't imagine, like, relaxing enough, like, on someone or however are they watching me. Like, I have
a question, too. Like, would it be, like, a sex thing for the other person? Like, because I don't personally have a dick. Surprise, surprise. However... I've heard that peeing when you're, like, hard can be difficult. Like, hard to control, no pun intended. However, so, I'm curious, because does this guy that likes pee, like, does he, because he says that he, like, it makes him, what did he say? Been a fantasy of mine, blah, 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 gets me hard just imagining it. Okay, so does he want you to be, like, aroused as well when you're peeing? Like, because I feel like that would make it a lot... Like, well, does he want that aspect of it, or does he just want you to
Let's say I drink a ton of water just to pee, just so you can get off. I'm going to have to keep peeing throughout the entire night. Like, it's not going to end well. It's going to be...
He would love that, probably.
Apparently. But it'd be awful for me. I'd have to wake up in the middle of the night and pee. I'd be like, I hope you're happy. I can't solely have to keep peeing.
Because that's my main thing is, like, does he want you to be, like, sexually turned on by it as well? Or is his fantasy
just to watch
that
you're
pee. Just, like, peeing, like, regular?
I guess it wouldn't be horrible, though, if he just wanted to, like, watch you pee while you're, like, peeing normally. But
he says that he wants to hold your shaft in his mouth.
Well, maybe he just wants to hold, like, the side of it and, like, aim it for you, you know? I mean, it would take some skill, some finessing.
Yeah, you just have to hope that he doesn't, like... That he can, like, hold it with
He's like a dog.
Oh my god. Oh my... Everyone that's listening to this that has a dick just cringe.
No, gentle.
Like a... What?
Like a gentle dog.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, like, because you'd have to, like, to hold it up, like, you would need to, like, figure out a way to support it completely without using your teeth and jaw, kind of. Because it could... You wouldn't really want to use your teeth, probably. Would not be enjoyable.
Well, I feel like if you're really gentle about it, it's not going to hurt.
True,
so it's not like you're biting into it.
Well, no,
it's just
but
like
I'm just thinking, like, in theory, some dudes might not want that at all. It might be uncomfortable, depending on, certain circumstances. You could be very sensitive.
It's not like they're going to rip into you while you're peeing, okay?
No, well, here's hoping. I don't know, maybe he's secretly a cannibal, and that's his, like, plan. He's like, I'm going to get somebody to put their dick in my mouth.
Rip it off and eat it. I'll never
Did
believe
you hear
it was
about
me.
That?
The Craigslist dick killer.
Did you hear about that, like, news story where a dude, like, cut off his dick and, like, served it as a meal to his friends? Did you hear about that?
Oh, yes.
This was, like, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Not, like, a long time ago, but it was, like, the coaster just stuck to the can again. But, yeah, it was, like, I don't know what I would even look up to, like, find this, but it was, like, some guy... I don't remember where he was from. Probably somewhere in fucking America. America's bizarre. But, it's, like, he was, like, a cannibal, and he, like, cut off his dick to, like, serve to his friends, and so they all, like, ate his dick as, like, a meal. Wouldn't it suck if you, like, overcooked it or burned it or something? Like, you have one chance and you fucked it up.
Oh, my God.
Because how often does he cook dick? Like, I imagine that was the first time,
hopefully. He, like, burns it. But I wonder, like, how, because you think you want to boil it like a sausage, but I don't know.
I don't know what the consistency.
How to cook a dick.
Like, I don't know what the consistency is because Like,
I guess it would have to be flaccid, right? It's not gonna like maintain anything. So it's like
I
basically.
imagine. Well, no, because it's blood flow that would make it, so it would have to be
So
flaccid.
it have to be flaccid, so it's like not gonna be that.
Do you, like,
it's not gonna be that filling.
deep fry it?
You're like cutting.
Well, it depends.
Well, it does depend. But either way, like, could you imagine? Even if you and I shared like a huge, like, stadium hot dog, like, I'm just saying, like,
If we were more famous, there would be like a horrible fan art of that.
Okay, I'm just saying, if I was like, Taylor, do you want to split this hot dog with me? You'd be like, no, I'm going to get my own.
You're absolutely
So if we were
correct.
at a dinner party with like 6 people and they like cut in pieces this little thing,
Maybe
I
it's
would be like,
You know how when you go to really fancy restaurants and they give you really small plates?
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't just serving dick. Maybe it was like a dick in a salad.
Maybe it was like a garnish.
Yeah, or like it was like a,
You're
Dick
lucky you
Caesar
get, like, the
salad
tip
or
of it.
whatever. Would that be the good part?
Oh, there was something, what is it, some holiday where you put...
Serve dick?
No, you put like you hide like a little baby.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah, in a cake. You cut it open,
God.
but it would be
Cut
like that.
open and it's like a piece of some dude's dick. I think
you won. You're gonna have good luck.
I have a question too. Like, did his friends know ahead of time? Did they come over? Was he like, look, friends, if you want to eat my dick, come over? Or was it like...
Maybe that's what he said, and they're like, oh, hell yeah. And they come over, and they're like, oh, no. Like, we thought...
Or was it like, oh, I'm making dinner. It's my dick. Surprise.
That's what I would do.
Be like, oh, what is this? This is lovely. The garnish on this
the-
salad is incredible. It's my penis.
I would do the dick surprise, for sure.
I would not be your friend anymore.
Because I always thought, like, if I have kids, I'd eat my own placenta. And I'm just like...
Why?
Why not? Okay, live life.
Because I don't imagine it tastes good. It's probably good.
Exactly.
I don't do a lot of things.
I'm going to have to trick you into eating it, and you're going to be like, oh, this is the best hamburger ever.
I'm not going to eat your placenta.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll, like, mash it with some
As soon as you have a kid, I'm not being your friend anymore. I've decided. As soon as you're pregnant, I'm out.
No way.
I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
become a chef in your favorite restaurant.
Become a vegetarian so that there's no chance I could eat any meat products that are in your house. I'll bring my own food.
Okay,
like,
but you can put it into capsules like a powder. So I could just dump it into any soda you have and mix it up.
Why would you ever do that?
Because I want to eat your placenta. Okay.
I don't want you to eat my placenta.
I want you to want me to eat your placenta. Because
that's my placenta.
Because we're friends, Taylor. It's really good for you. Look at the benefits.
There are a lot of things that are really good for you that I choose not to do.
Why
but eating my fucking placenta is not one of them. Okay?
Okay, let's see.
Like,
Should I eat my placenta? Placenta pills. How to eat your placenta photos.
I don't want a photo. See, there are a lot of animals that, like, lick off the placenta, but it's like...
thaw it out a little bit.
Thaw it out? That's... Ew.
That
looks nasty as hell.
There you go.
I would never eat that. It looks gross.
Well, I'll probably put it into pills. See, there's the pills.
Ew. What is the point?
Like,
what
really
are the
good for you?
Okay,
or some people.
In what way?
Some people.
In what way?
Some people.
List
some
the
people.
specific nutrients in it.
Okay,
tell me why it's good for me.
Okay, I will in a moment. But
without looking it up online.
Some people like freeze it and save it, and then when they get really, really sick, they pull it out and it cures them.
Some people where?
Here.
No.
Yes.
No. No. If you eat your placenta to cure your ill health, chances are you also probably have a voodoo doll in your fucking desk drawer. No, I'm not miracle fucking placenta cure. Shut the fuck up. It's not. No. I understand that there could potentially be...
it says you can stir fry it with onions. You can even eat it raw.
I don't like onions. I'm not going to like it with placenta. Here's the thing. I can understand that, it might have some vital nutrients in there. Okay, not vital nutrients, but nutrients that were vital to your unborn child or whatever. And so, I can see how somebody would potentially think of getting those nutrients back in the form of eating their placenta. But I also think that they just make regular person medication for that. And any nutrients that are there.
Taylor,
if you want to eat your placenta,
when you're sick and you have no other cures, I'm going to come to you with my magic placenta pills, and I'm going to give them to you, and you're going to be cured, and you'll be eating.
If
all
you
of this,
cure me with a placenta, you are literally a god.
Thank you.
I just
continue to the next Craigslist.
I'm out of Craigslist. I'm done.
Okay, let me see what mine are.
Oh my god.
Fuck my ass deep after I suck your cock.
Are we not gonna like take a minute?
No, we're gonna power through. Okay, but the photos for this are very like seductively like I don't know how he makes these.
Oh my. Well, you can have your camera with a timer on it, right?
Respond with
That's
context
absolutely
so
a
I
thing.
know what I'll be working with. Hope you'll be deep inside me soon.
I think he took those with like a camera timer, maybe.
But look at his arm. Maybe he's like Inspector Gadget.
Oh, maybe it's a selfie stick.
Oh my god, what if it was?
See, that looks like it was taken with a timer camera. Okay.
Let's see. Fill my hungry holes.
Wow.
Oh, also, Taylor and I were talking about how people falsely advertise their bubble butts.
Yeah, a lot of these like postings are like, oh fuck this bubble butt. I have a bubble butt, and it's never a bubble butt. Like their butts are never that impressive. Like I have seen more impressive. Like my butt is more of a bubble butt than theirs. Okay, like that's just like they're like bubble butt. No, you're wrong. Unless you actually have a bubble butt, stop advertising. False advertising.
False advertising.
I'm gonna sue.
Well, at least don't post a photo, because then you're gonna be like, okay,
Yeah,
you're a liar
if you're
from the
gonna
get-go.
lie, at least lie more convincingly.
So I got kind of sucked into Craigslist. There's like this drama going on through Craigslist. So I got kind of sucked in.
That's a wild sentence.
But this one is just, I wanna anal lick you and put your feet in my mouth.
At the same time, because I feel like that'd be hard.
Here's a gymnast. Hit me up ASAP. I'll do what the title says. I'm handsome, average guy. Put your bra size in the subject line and send pics.
That's my favorite thing.
How dudes think they can guess bra size.
Yeah, because like a lot of like, and I'm not like just generalizing. That's like men, but if you don't wear a bra, you can't like fathom the sizing sort of because like it's people don't understand. People that don't wear bras don't understand that it's relative, kind of like. Because it's like, I am technically a D, but I don't have large boobs. It's like, it has to do with like your cup size in combination with the band size. So it's like, if I told a dude that I was a 32D, the first assumption is that they're large, because that's just like the assumption like, oh, she's a D, she's a double D. But it's like, my mom was a double D.
Yeah, I think I'm something similar. And
She's not anymore after her surgery, but she like used to be like a double D, and my mom does not have giant boobs. Like my mom is like normal looking, and so yeah, it's very weird because people think that like certain size is like whatever. Like Marissa has bigger boobs than I do, and like don't you usually buy like a something like a B or something like that?
They always measure me 34B, and I try it on. I'm like, and I open the door. I'm like, because it's Victoria's Secret, they can help you. And I open the door.
Victoria's Secret also is they're measuring.
No,
I
weird.
feel like not real.
But I always like surprise them because my titties will be hanging out.
God.
They'll measure me. And I'll tell them like, okay, last time I was a 32C, 32D, and they'll be like, oh, you're a 34B. I'll put it on. I'll be like, okay, excuse me, can you look at my boob? I think this is too much boob for this bra. And they'll be like,
well, it's the Victoria's Secret. They just want you to be boobs everywhere, but.
But yeah, but anyway, so then like the girl was so cute because she kept like going and giving me different bras, and finally I settled on one. But I was like, okay, I'm sorry, like, and I was wearing a dress, so I was just like in my underwear, but like I don't care, they don't really care. But it was just funny because she was like not expecting me, because my boobs were like falling out because I just wanted her to know like, okay, this clearly isn't my size.
Yeah.
Like, can you help me? Which I did that before, and that's when I settled on 32D because at first it was 34C and then 32 whatever C anyway, but.
Yeah, it's
like such a hassle. I need to go back one day and just like try on 1,000 bras.
I'm just glad that I finally found like because for people that don't wear bras too, there's like that's a quote. They call it a sister size. So it's like it's the equivalent in a different letter of your same size. So like
it's like tic-tac-toe kind of, and you can it's like diagonally. That doesn't help.
No, that does not at all. But it's like I'll just give like as my specific example is like the bra I'm currently wearing is a 34C. But I could also fit in whatever the sister size in D is. I think is it 36 or 32? I don't remember how the sizing goes. If it's smaller is like if bigger number is smaller. I don't remember.
34B and then 32D was similar, but yeah, so it's like
so it's like whatever it is. Yeah, it's like
you go down a band size and like up a cup size or something. Or
yeah,
like
so it's like it's proportion. It's proportion based kind of, and so like back when I was first buying bras, they would measure me as something B. I don't remember what it was, B. But as I sort of was older, I went and finally got remeasured, and they measured me as, well, I don't remember what the sister size is in D. The reason I wear the C one a lot is because a lot of times they don't have the D one, because I guess my size is unusual in a D because I'm a D but it's like a small boob D kind of, so they don't have those as much. But the 34C is a super common size, so they have those everywhere. So that's just like my go-to because it fits exactly the same. But yeah, they measured me as something B before, but when I got remeasured, all of a sudden I was like, oh, all of my bras, all of a sudden everything fits so much better because this is my real size. Because they were just doing it based on the cup size, but they didn't factor in that I needed a smaller band in comparison, just because I have weird ribs apparently.
It's just a mess.
Yeah, so it's like in proportion, I'm a C instead of a B because it's like the cups are bigger in comparison to the band, but it doesn't mean your actual boobs are bigger. Is what the thing is that a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah, it's such a mess.
Yeah,
also, Dad wants to play with Grandpa.
Okay, all right.
Not huge.
All right.
Horny, bug-free, relatively average 49-year-old. Prefer men older than 60. And he has like...
Oh, his dick looks kind of grody.
Yeah, it looks like something like it's slammed in the car door.
Okay, so here's the thing. He's not circumcised, which is fine, but it looks like unclean, kind of.
It looks like the tip of it got caught in a door.
Because it's like, it's one thing if you're not circumcised, whatever, that's fine. You do you.
You rock it.
You know, whether you're circumcised or not, that's fine. But if you're not circumcised, clean that part.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of gross looking. It's bizarre. It's just like, especially if you're going to post a picture on Craigslist, like, come on, like, put your best foot forward or whatever. Photoshop your dick.
I'm just saying.
I saw a picture of, I just saw it online. It was funny. I saw a picture of whoever the Jenner mom is, Kris Jenner. Is she the mom one?
Yeah.
I guess I saw this. I think because
she's the one that started all this. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody.
Okay, so I was in the middle of talking about Kris Jenner. My brother bursted in the front door and frightened us both. But what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, because I guess, I don't know why I saw this online. Somebody just posted it because it's funny, but I guess she took a picture with Gordon Ramsay, who I love, by the way. I don't know why I love Gordon Ramsay, but I just think he's so funny. But and I guess he posted the picture on his Instagram, because apparently Chef Gordon Ramsay uses Instagram, which I didn't know. I might have to follow him. But and then she, I guess, also posted the picture afterward, but I guess she edited it, retouched it.
Oh yeah.
But she retouched him too.
Yeah.
And so it was just funny, and the post was funny because it was oh, at least she retouched him also. But it was just why would she because clearly he posted the original picture. Nobody believes that it's not edited. Plus it was a not that great of editing either, but it was just
it looked like
it was just so funny because she edited.
It looked like she did it herself.
Yeah.
It's like she just fuzzy-fied it. She didn't really Photoshop it. She just made it fuzzy enough you couldn't really see.
And she tried to get rid of his forehead wrinkles. Which is really funny. Oh god. Do you have more?
No.
Are you? Oh.
I got too distracted by the drama that was this weird Craigslist thing.
Oh my god.
Illuminati Craigslist. I can't even get into it because I'm still trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, apparently there's just Craigslist drama. People are posting. And then there's, I guess...
People are, posting about the Illuminati, and,
it's one
Jesus
person
isn't real.
Posting a lot or something, and other people are upset.
It's Pretty Little Liars. This one guy goes by R, and then there's someone else named Veggie Nut, and, everyone's just going back and forth. And
it's kind of amazing.
And I think, Taylor said, I think the original poster, his stuff got, blocked or deleted.
And so it's all you see are the replies.
So I'm just trying to figure it out. So, yeah, I got too distracted by that to really... get some good ones, but I think I've gotten some good ones in the past to make up for it.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. Yours, I feel tend to be horrifying for some reason.
Yeah.
There's something about them.
It's San Francisco, man.
I know, it really is. Even when I'm in the Bay Area, I just pull from LA Craigslist to avoid overlap.
Yeah, to keep with the consistency.
Just, LA Craigslist is just, so mouth. I don't...
I try and do Las Vegas once in a while, and it's still not as crazy as... here.
There's something, the best part too about San Francisco is the man seeking man.
Oh,
San Francisco is the best.
It is the best. So aggressive, so ridiculous.
It's just something about it is really funny.
You learn something new, all I'm saying.
Yeah, that people want to hold your dick in their mouth while you pee.
Yes. We did learn that today.
Yeah. That's a fetish that I didn't... Because I've heard
I don't know,
about,
what
like...
would the fetish even be called? I don't want to Google it, but it has to
I
have
could
a
take
name.
a guess, but the thing is, it's like, I've seen people via the internet, because the internet's a horrible place, that are just into the, like, pee thing. But I've never seen it to that extent. Like, most people want to get, like, peed on, or they enjoy peeing on people, which is, I'm just not going to get into that. That's a whole fucking thing. But this is the first I've seen where the person's just like, no, I just want to, like, watch you pee, or, like, hold your dick while you pee. Like, that just seems like, for some reason, the idea of holding somebody else's dick while they pee, like, just regular pee, not, like, on them, really turns this guy on.
I remember there was one of our first ones I did was, someone was into casting, where they literally just were into people who have casts.
Yeah.
And I read that Craigslist to my mom, because I was like, this is when we first, like, started getting into Craigslist. I was like, Mom, you will not believe what I happened to find on Craigslist. And my mom, like, freaked out. She was like, what? Oh my god, I'm horrified. That's what our next segment should be, informing older people of...
Can we have your mom as a guest on the podcast?
Can we just read?
We just read her Craigslist?
Yes. We can.
She's gonna be so mad.
She's gonna freak out.
I want your mom to be a guest on the
funny
podcast anyway.
If we had Logan's grandma on, she would not be fazed by anything. Like, my grandma would lose it, my mom would lose it, but, like, Logan's family would be like, yeah, Logan's mom would have probably known all about it, you know.
Oh,
Logan's
God.
grandparents would just be like, okay, yeah, okay.
Like, okay, that's real, that's fine.
That's fine.
I'm just thinking about my mildly religious grandma learning about that people like to watch each other pee and it turns them on. I think she would start going to church more often.
Pray for all of them. I was asking I think I might have mentioned this last time, but I was asking my grandma for advice recently, and she just said, ask your guardian angel, pray. And I'm like, Grandma, you're my guardian angel. Like, I'm asking you. Yeah, I said that, like, you're basically my guardian angel. She's like, little old woman, please. Like, but so I think, funny. Like, Auntie Groucho was on, and she already had, like, her wine in her, so she was basically like, I can't, like, deal with your problem right now.
I can't help you. I'm
so
watching
just
Auntie
pray.
Groucho.
Because you could tell, like, my grandma's such a lightweight, like, you know, normal glass of wine, you know, you have a glass of wine, it's like, what, like, you fill it up like a third of the way of the glass or something, or halfway, depending on how big it is.
Maybe, yeah, I guess it depends.
But, you know, everyone, like, whatever. But my grandma's wine glasses are, like, baby wine glasses. You know, they could maybe fit, like, 3 shots. And she fills them up halfway. And just that, like, whoa, like, we went to Santa Cruz together, and I kept encouraging her to drink, because, like, I'm driving the whole time, and she's an old lady, have a good time, and she has 1 glass of wine, and she's gone. You know, like, gone. So funny.
Start hanging out with your grandma.
It was so funny. So, we were out to dinner, and she had her wine, and I wasn't 21, and I don't, you know, I'm driving, I'm not gonna get wasted around my grandma, but I had, like, a virgin pina colada, and I was, like, acting loopy, just whatever. My grandma's like, does that have alcohol in it? And she grabs it from me and sips it, and of course it does, and she's like, okay, because she had her wine, and she's like, we were just having a good time, and she's like, why is Marissa having such a good time?
Didn't you say earlier, we were in 7-Eleven earlier, because we're trash.
Because class.
But, yeah, because we're really classy. And there was these, like, tiny wine bottles, and Marissa told me a story about her grandma, like, getting some tiny wine and then, like, feeling the need to hide it. Like,
yeah, we went to Santa Cruz, you know, just, like, girls' weekend, you know, just for, like, 2 or 3 days, and she got, like, it comes in a pack of 4 tiny wine glasses, which together make maybe, like, half of a bottle of wine.
Yeah, it's, like, so cute. They're just, like, these little bottles, and they're, like, whatever.
Like, I could drink all 4 of them and be fine. Like, there's nothing that exciting in there, and
they're like, very small.
Very small, you know, they're, like, Barbie. Smaller than a Barbie. But anyway, and yeah, I was talking to her, I'm like, Grandma, you know, I don't really want to drink around you, but I think it's funny, like, I'm almost 21, and, like, you're so adamant about me not. And I really don't care, I really don't want the wine glasses, I really have no urge to get drunk in a hotel room with my grandma. But she proceeds, I wake up in the middle of the night to get water, and I look where the wine was, and she hid it from me. Even though she already drank 1, there's only, like, 3 left. And then the next day we went to the beach, I'm like, oh, Grandma, do you want me to grab your tiny wine? She's like, oh, you can't bring an open container to the beach. And I'm like, yeah, but it's tiny baby wine. It's not like you're bringing shots, vodka, or something. Like, no one's going to care if this old lady is drinking a tiny thing of wine. They're not going to harass you. But she was like, oh, no, I can't. So she had a little, and then we walked in the boardwalk. And then she walked in her robe, because she was like, oh, this looks like a coat, right? And I was like, sure, why not? Your grandma, you had your tiny wine. Let's go. So we both...
I'm just trying to imagine how that would look. With your grandma just walking down the boardwalk in her robe with a tiny
She definitely
bottle
looked
of wine.
nutty, but, like, no one said anything. But her robe was purple, and it was funny because I went to a concert, or I was going to go to a concert, And I wore my purple robe too there, because I was like, oh, whatever.
We were there. I remember we did go to a concert and you wore your purple robe.
But there was another time too.
Oh.
But I was like, I am my grandma.
It's funny too, because Marissa's grandma looks like such the sort of classic grandma, old lady kind of. That, like, it's just, like, funny.
Yeah. So it was cute. I was like, Grandma, just rock it. She was like, oh, it looks like a coat, right? And it totally didn't. And it was like my robe is ridiculous, but it's, like, fluffy and warm. But hers is just, like, thin and obviously, like, a grandma's robe. But it was good times. It was good times.
I don't know why it's making me laugh, but it is. I'm just, like, imagining your grandma, like, tottering down a boardwalk. The best part, Marissa's going through her iPhoto right now, clearly trying to look for the picture. 90% of these pictures are pictures of her.
Yeah, well, it just sinks, and I don't bother deleting it. That's the one cute pic of us. Yeah.
They're all like pictures of you taken by other people, though. It's like a million pictures of her in a bathing suit on the beach.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do with them.
It's just like funny.
It's
like it's just all pictures of you. It's like, oh, tone it down there.
Well, they just, like, are on my phone, and then, like, they sync up, and, like, I never really go through my iPhoto, because I never bother to sync it, and I hate it that it syncs automatically, and I can't figure out how to turn it off.
I was going through my phone the other day, and just trying to clear up space, because I get annoyed all the time when it's just, like, you know, try to download something, not enough space, try to take a video, not enough space. So I went through, and I just, like, deleted, because I had 6,000 photos on my phone, now I have 4,100, which is saying something for me, because that was taking up, like, because my phone is the 16 gig one, so naturally, since just the way that Apple works, I only get access to, like, 13 gigs or something like that, but, so I went through and I freed up space, and I freed up, like, almost 2 gigs of space on my phone, which apparently is, like, I don't know, I was looking it up, I was trying to, like, apparently, just as, like, a random factoid, apparently almost 2 gigs of space is like 30 minutes of video or something like that. But yeah, so I just, like, finally went through, freed a bunch of space. Hopefully I can do more. It's just a hassle to go through all my photos, because when you're deleting photos, you, like, select a bunch at once, but the more that you have, oh my god, the more that you have selected at once, like, the slower it is to respond when you click on photos, so you have to do them in batches of, like, 100 or 200.
I know you guys can't see it, but I have a series of, I'm trying to teach my grandma how to take a selfie because we're waiting for a dinner. I was like, Grandma, take a picture. I'm like, no. Like, Grandma, you gotta try to, like, open your eyes a little bit and, you know, look good. And then there's, like, this series, my grandma trying, and then, like, laughing because she knows she's not doing it. But that one's okay. And I was like, okay, Grandma, that's perfect. And oh my god, the funniest thing about that trip is, so my grandma's one of those people where she overplucks her eyebrows, even though they're very thin and white. You know, she has no eyebrows. And so I was doing my makeup, and she goes, Marissa, can you do my makeup? And I go, I guess I can try, sure. So I go to draw her eyebrow on.
Oh no.
And she looks like Satan. Like, it looks like a cartoon evil eyebrow, because I was trying to follow her natural shape, which is like, boom, boom.
Yeah, did you just do it too dark? Because if her eyebrows are white, you should do, like, a light tan or, like, a blonde.
I only had my eyebrow pencil, and she was really wanting me to do it.
Even yours aren't very dark at all, though.
But, I mean, compared to her white hair.
That's true,
so
yeah.
I did it, and she looks in the mirror, she goes, ah! And she, like, screams. And she rubs it off for me to get a photo, but it was so funny. And it's cute because it's sad, because old people, like, their skin is just really hard to do makeup, because there's so many creases and pores and folds, and, like...
it's like old people are very difficult to tattoo as well.
Yeah, and so I felt bad because she just, you know, I could tell, like, you know, she just felt, like, old. And I was trying to help her, make her feel better, like she wanted to, and I just made her look like a cartoon.
That's incredible. Tell your grandma I'll do a makeover on her anytime.
Please.
It's funny, too, like, I don't consider myself, like, amazing at makeup, but, like, I know that I'm okay at it. Like, mine looks good, like, 99% of the time. Oh my god.
She spilled ice cream all over herself.
We're just going through her photos right now. But it's like, I know that my makeup looks good, like, most of the time. And it sucks because people are like, oh my god, your makeup looks so good, like, you should do my makeup for X thing. And I'm like, I really would like to say yes, because that would be really fun. But all of my makeup is made for my specific, like, undertones. Like, I have stuff that looks good on me. Like, you know, people are like, oh, you should do my makeup. It's like, okay, I know how to, like, the reason my makeup looks really good is because I'm aware of what looks good on me. Like, but people are like, oh my god, do mine. It's like, I can't do your, eyeshadow or whatever, because like if I'm not familiar with working with your skin tone, like unless your skin and hair color combination is identical to mine, whatever I do is gonna look nuts.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm super white, but I have really dark hair, so I can get away with doing like dramatic eye makeup and dark eye makeup and dark lipstick and stuff, because it's like it doesn't look out of place. But it's like, you're like, oh yeah, I do my makeup. It's like, okay, if you have like light brown hair, like whatever I do on you is gonna look fucking nutty. Like it's gonna look like you overdid it for the prom. Like, people insist on having me do it anyway, and then they're like, oh, whatever, and they always like it anyway.
Yeah.
But
like my mom too wants me to do her stuff too, and it's like,
yeah, it's just
try,
like,
but
it's like I feel bad because it's like I know that my own makeup looks much better than whatever I do on other people. For some reason, I'm better at doing it on myself than I am doing it on other people. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I can do a really good smoky eye, and people are like, oh my god, do it on me. And I'm like, haha, yeah, here's the thing. On you, it's gonna look like shit. And I feel bad because I have to like turn people down. It's like, I really would like to do your makeup, but trust me, it's not gonna look good. I get like offended and think I'm like, it's like, it's not because I don't want to hang out with you or do your makeup. Like, I would love to, but it's not my fault if you look bad because you insisted on doing like, a look that I, sort of specifically engineered for my face and, complexion and hair color, whatever, and eye color. It's like, if you want me to do exactly that on you, I can, but it's not going to make sense. Yeah. It's going to look stupid. I have like a bug bite on my arm for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know.
I can't even, like, when people do the H, I can't even,
Why?
I can't, why?
Why? You just sound like you're dying. It says Deadpool. You love puns!
I do love puns!
You should get it immediately. Marissa's obsessed with puns.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's just like that one dumb, like, Deadpool billboard with the, like, emojis on it, where it's, like, the skull, and then the poo, and then the L, so it's, like, Deadpool. But we're just like, I
was like, what? Crazy. Oh, man. Taylor's going back tomorrow.
I am.
Piss.
Well, gotta do the class thing.
I think I texted you. Ass.
Yeah, it was a one word text message fucked it up somehow.
I was just like doing it. I was like, send. Whoops.
I've been here for like a month.
Well, it's not long enough.
For some reason, I don't know what it is. Oh my god. I don't know what it is about college, but for some reason they give me like a really long time off for winter break.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what it is. Like, I got here, like, my last day was like the 16th or something of December, and I'm leaving to go back there on the 16th of January, and I don't start for another like 3 days.
Holla.
So it's like, I don't know why. And it's like, obviously I'm not complaining, but it's just like, it seems so weird, because in high school it was like, we got like 2 weeks off for winter break and that was it, and then we also ended school for the summer in like late, or like mid-June or something like that. In elementary school
you go back like January 6th or something.
Yeah, and it's like, it's crazy because it's like, okay, not only do I have, an entire month off for winter break, but school ends in the middle of May. It's like I get out a whole month earlier. It's like, it's weird because it's like, I'm paying all this money to go to school way less. Mm-hmm. It's bizarre. Obviously, I'm not like, in a fucking money bag school. I'm at like a state school and paying for it with loans. But like, still, it just seems crazy that it's like, because high school was like free, right? Like, you just go to high school, right? Like, and so it's like, I don't know why. It's just it's like weird to think about. It's like we had friends too that went to this high school that it's like was the local like private high school, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And so they had to pay like a huge amount of money, which was ridiculous because it's fucking high school. Who cares? Okay. And so they had to pay like a ton of money, whatever, for this school that I'm pretty sure didn't help them in the end, because I know people that went to my just regular high school that got into the same colleges. So I don't know, but. And it just seemed weird because they paid so much to do what seemed like a lot less.
Well, like, some of them, sometimes they did a lot more.
Well, it's like they, yeah, but it seemed like they had like less options for classes and like, stuff like in high school, we had, like, a million different science classes we could take, a million different English classes we could take. Like, you could take stuff to fulfill a requirement based on what you wanted to do. You know, so it's like I took a world literature class to fulfill my junior year English requirement or stuff like that. Like, I took a short story class because I'm just a, whatever, dumbass and a writer. But it's like, it was crazy to me to, like, hear their stories, and it's like they're paying so much to have what felt like less freedom, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to the free high school that are stuck up and sort of frowned upon. But weirdly enough, I'm having a great time. I mean, high school wasn't, like, amazing, but it's like, I took classes that were actually interesting. But
I literally never went.
yeah, well, that's because you went to special school.
Yes.
For specifically never going.
Yes.
Well, how often did you, what was it, like 2 days a week or something like that? Like, in total? I guess that's how college is, too, though. It's like, you take one class and you meet twice a week.
I did 2 days. I had one core teacher, and then I had, like, math and science, and I basically, like, taught everything myself. For, like, I mean, not like math, but, like, history and English and all that.
It seems like the worst.
I liked it. But it would just stress me out so bad. I would get really... I would get really, really bad, like, migraines, and I'd get such bad anxiety. I was just like, it's too big a school. I just couldn't.
Yeah, I'm obviously a highly anxious person, which sucks, but I'm glad that I just, like, stuck it out, kind of, and dealt with it, because it meant that I was able to, like, have, like, a decent amount of friends, kind of, and it's not like I want all the friends in the world, but it was, like, it was nice because it gave me a reason. It gave me, like, a way to hang out with people without having to, like, deal with, going somewhere and making plans, which is, like, always, like, stressful because nobody's fucking good at making plans.
I didn't make one friend in high school. Like, Brianna was already there, but, like...
Yeah. So it's just, like, it was nice because I was like, oh, I can see my friends. I can see my friends without trying.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice. Because for me, like, the part that's, like, stressful about making plans is the fact that, like, a lot of people are so flaky. Like, people are like, oh yeah, we'll do this specific thing at this specific time, and they're like, all of a sudden I can't go, or like, like, trying to plan things with a group is the worst. Like, oh my god, in our apartment we were trying to have this, like, Thanksgiving thing, because we were like, hey, we're all gonna, a lot of us are gonna go home for Thanksgiving, we should do something with our friends, because it would be fun, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool, we have this idea now, that's cool, we're gonna do this. But because of the fact that it was gonna be, like, 10 people, we just, like, nobody could get it together to pick a date, because nobody wanted to miss it. So it was, like, and obviously, there was one point where I was gonna not be able to go, and I was like, this is weird considering it's at, the apartment that I live in, like, that's bizarre, but okay. Considering the thing that I, was part of the planning stuff is what sucks, because people, it's like, if one person can't go, it's like, oh, we should move the whole thing. It's like, no, we have a date where most people can go. Not everybody can go to everything. Just, like, it's stressful, too, because when you try to organize stuff like that, the easiest way to do it is, like, through a group chat, on Facebook or whatever it is. It's like, okay, everybody tell me right now, in this group chat, like, what days you're free. Whatever is fine. But it's like, I don't know. And nobody is, like, good at responding. So it was like, okay, everybody, what day is everybody free? Please tell us what day you can come. Tell us if you're coming. Tell us this. And then, people would not respond until, like, the, 2 days before, a day before, and be like, oh, we can't, a bunch of us can't go. It's like, okay, great. Like, that's not helpful at all, because now, we need a certain amount of time to plan stuff. If it's going to be at if you expect it to be at our place, give us enough time.
Yeah, it seemed kind of ridiculous when it was happening.
Yeah, and it's like, obviously it's just like, it's like a super dumb thing. It's just like, oh, whatever random Thanksgiving thing. But it's just like, it's frustrating when it happens, like, a lot. You're just like, okay, I guess I'm just not gonna plan anything anymore because nobody can fucking get it together, I guess. I don't know. It's dumb. And then they started trying to plan a fucking Christmas thing, and I was like, you know what? I'm going home. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not getting involved. And I was like, if this is happening, I'm not going. I don't care. But it's just like, so update on the sort of Ken doll guy that we talked about last week. So he and his boyfriend, I guess, live together in apparently a studio, we're finding out now. And I guess he and his boyfriend broke up, but they're continuing to live together.
Even though they've only been together for 3 months.
Which is dumb anyway, okay. And so I guess they broke up, and now they're continuing to live together.
In a studio.
In a studio.
Even though, plus the weird thing is, I feel like I don't know what we should call him, original whatever.
We'll call him Ken.
I feel like Ken's parents are paying for the apartment, and I bet his boyfriend is paying half the rent to Ken, and I bet Ken is pocketing that money.
No, absolutely, because didn't he ask you for the same thing? You might have mentioned this last time, but when you were going somewhere, he, asked you for gas money?
Yeah, he, asked me for gas money. I know his parents pay for it, and I was like, if you want me to give your parents gas money, I will, but I'm not going to give you money so you can pocket it.
Didn't he, get offended too? He's like, how do you know my parents paid for it?
You told me, hello.
Yeah, his parents, pay for everything and give him money, and he has, a bunch of jobs, and it's despite the fact that his parents give him a whole bunch of money, I can guarantee that his boyfriend was, giving him money for rent. Or maybe they were just putting, or maybe they did it,
I'm just
how
to see if
we do it in ours, where we just put all our money in, an envelope, and then...
Oh, maybe.
So he might have just done his half that way.
But either way, if I were the parents, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, I'm paying here for you to live here, not, you and your boyfriend while you...
I wonder, do they know? Do you think they know that the boyfriend's living there? What if they don't know?
I know they, know of him, but...
Because I feel like if I was only dating somebody for 3 months and then we were living together, I feel like my parents would be a little weird about it.
I asked Ken if his parents ever met him, and he said no, but they've heard of him and seemed to like him. So I don't know.
Oh, they totally don't know, I bet.
So yeah, I don't know.
Because it's obviously we're all adults, whatever, we're all 20, 21, so it's whatever, but I feel because there's a general consensus is that chances are his parents are probably paying his rent. So it's you would think that...
I'm sure that's why they got him the studio, too, is because it's
Yeah, because it's supposed to be, just for you. And so I can almost guarantee that they probably don't know he's living there. Well, if I was his parents, I'd be annoyed. I'd be like, okay, we're paying for you to live here. If somebody else is living here,
plus
at least have them contribute.
It's weird, too, because, okay, 1 bedroom, living room, bedroom, but studio, it's what if you find someone you like and want to bring home? Oh, sorry, I live with my ex, there's only 1 room, you can't come over to hang out or for dinner or to bang or whatever. It's just gonna be, a mess.
I feel he's so, just the way that he is, I feel he would go out somewhere with somebody though. I don't ever imagine that he would be oh, just come over and hang out. I don't think that's the way that he would work.
I said, so he's not in the lease.
Okay, so he's not in the... So why not just ask him to leave? We're getting live updates from this guy.
Live updates.
Yeah. Oh my god, we should have him on.
No way. Go straight to his head.
Oh, you're right.
He'd link it everywhere.
So apparently he's okay with sharing with his ex as long as they get along. Which, okay, here's my theory. If you were somebody's friend before you were dating, and then you dated and it didn't work out, and you're okay, we can still be friends, we can still be roommates, that's fine, because you know how to be friends. But if it's somebody that you just randomly met and all you know is how to be in a relationship together, then maybe you shouldn't live together. Because I just, I don't understand, what the deal is with his, situation. Oh!
Yeah. Plus, I don't mind asking nosy questions, because, with Jack and everything, he was asking me so many questions, and I just bit the bullet and answered all of them. So I'm okay, now you have to answer my questions.
I wouldn't answer to him, because I feel he would be a gossip.
Well, who's he gonna really tell?
I don't know. I just don't like people having the ability to, tell my personal information to people that I don't know. But, apparently, okay, so update, his parents don't know that his boyfriend is living there. But also, so Marissa was oh, so do you pay for the rent, or do your parents? And he was just my parents pay for most of my stuff, and I'm working, 20 to 30 hours a week. And he's but he doesn't say...
I wouldn't really do that, I'm just trying to, no.
Then he,
See, so I was right.
He's not... Oh my god.
I was right, his parents are paying for it, and he's pocketing half. Because I said that's what I would do, just to be,
oh, to try to get him...
side, oh, I get it.
That's horrible. He's an ass. That's, kind of not cool. Because, that poor guy is paying whatever a month to live there, which I understand. Okay, I get if somebody's also living there, maybe, you know, you would want them to contribute or whatever. But if the fact that his, like, parents are paying for everything and he's just pocketing the guy's money, like, that's not cool if he doesn't know.
But it's like, yeah, pretty nice school. Like, he wants to be a lawyer. Like, I'm sure his parents want him to, like, go to school, finish school. Like, I'm sure they don't want him to work a ton because they want him to, like, actually, you know, do well in school. And to,
I just, like, can't believe he would do that.
Well, I can. That's like, we went to,
well, I just can't believe anybody would do that.
Well, yeah, but, oh.
Like, that just seems like something that, would you not feel guilt? Like, if somebody, okay, so what's, like, an average studio go for? I know in Long Beach you can find a studio for, like, $700, $800 a month.
Yeah.
So, in theory, if Ken is making his boyfriend pay, let's say, half.
Yeah.
So he's pocketing $400 potentially a month from this guy.
On top of working.
Plus, we don't know if they're paying utilities or what's going on with that.
And
so he's making $400 to $500 a month from this guy, which is a lot.
Before we're giving him $500 a month. So if they're continuing with that, he's making $1,000 for doing nothing on top of work.
Why the fuck does he work then? Who cares? Right? He doesn't have to do anything. His parents are paying for everything.
Concentrate on school.
I guess his thing is, apparently his parents said that they would pay for his school stuff as long as he stays in school, which is fine, but I just feel like it's weird if his parents are like, I don't know how to describe what I mean, but like, if your parents are specifically paying for you to go to school because they want to support your education and stuff, like, you should at least, like, if you're granted that opportunity, you should at least use it to complete your education.
Like, as far as I know, his parents could have lived where we live, but they lived in, like, a less expensive area specifically to be frugal and save up money so they weren't wasting it on just, like, oh, a pretty view, buy $1 million house, because they were like, okay, we want to save money, so, like, we can have a kid and have them go to school, so they, like,
which is, like, whole, okay, you know.
Like, a normal, nice thing to do. But...
yeah, I just, like, I don't understand. I'm also just, like, I feel guilt.
I'm gonna ask why they broke up.
I just, like, feel guilt anyway when somebody is, like...
I'm gonna say, what if you want to bring someone home?
For that much stuff? It's, like, I would feel weird if... like, my parents were paying for everything like that, like, and giving him money, doing everything, and he's not 100% focusing his attention on school, and he's doing stuff like that, like, pocketing that poor guy's money.
I don't want to say this on air, but I don't want to say that, because that's too private, but...
no, I think you should, because he's an asshole. He's pocketing his roommate's money. Fuck him.
Well, still, I don't know. But anyway, also, if he's working 20 to 30 hours a week, he could easily pay, like, his own half and tell his parents, like, okay, I want to help with something, if he's, like, working that much.
I just don't understand how, like... I just would feel like,
he said they can hit people home, and he wrote it in the contract, and I said, with him there? Because I was like, question, they give you a studio, how do you
what are you gonna do? Yeah, are you gonna ask him to leave? Because there's nowhere else for him to go. What is he gonna do, have a bath for an hour and a half? Like, what?
You're just like, okay, honey, yeah, dunk your head.
Like,
I'll come turn the lights on when you can come out.
I don't know. I just, like, I am still, like, blown away from the fact that he's, like, perfectly willing to, like, just take that much from somebody and not, like, tell them. Like, if your parents are paying for all the rent anyway, and you want to have somebody live there and not tell your parents, whatever, just have them fucking live there. If your parents are going to pay for it, if you're going to be a prick about it, like, fine. Yeah. But don't take that much money from this guy, because, like, chances are, like, I feel like that dude is probably working. He probably, like, you know, is trying to save money on his own. Like, you know, he probably would be helped by having that money every month. And, like,
his boyfriend was there. All he did was cuddle, but he brought home some person.
Oh my god.
Drama.
That's so weird to me. Would that not be uncomfortable? Especially in a studio?
I'm gonna say be on Big Brother. He's gonna free you. I'll love that.
That'd be so weird in a studio, too. What was his boyfriend doing? Or his ex doing? Like, just sitting at his desk doing his homework? Like, do they have 2 beds? Like, do they have a couch that he sleeps on? What's the layout? Tell him, I want a picture of the studio. Like, what's the layout? Like, this is, like, drama hour on the broadcast, okay? Like...
See, the annoying thing is like, he should have his own reality show, but it'd be so awful. You know,
I know,
like,
it would
but
be
I don't want to give him the
horrible.
satisfaction to be like, you should have whatever. Like, I would never
But, like,
want that satisfaction, but...
His life is like when you
But
drive by a
dang.
car crash and have to look at it.
He lived together on my couch. So someone sleeps on the couch and someone sleeps on the bed, I guess.
I bet, I can guarantee that his fucking ex sleeps on the couch.
Maybe, like, his ex has nowhere to go, and that's why he's like, okay, like, can I please live here? Like, I have nowhere else to go.
Maybe.
So then maybe that's even worse.
Or maybe, is it like while he's looking for a place, maybe? Or is it like, because that would just be like uncomfortable for everybody involved, I feel like.
I couldn't do it.
I don't know.
I mean, 3 months, you know, I couldn't.
It's just like, it seems like too much drama for me. Like, I just like...
Even listening to it, not being a part of it is...
I'm
like,
exhausted.
I'm stressed.
Yeah.
I need to put those Doritos over this. It just stresses me.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sort of very anti-drama anyway, kind of like, you know, in high school and
drama
stuff.
if it's not about me. If it's about your... Like, Jocelyn was... oh my god, Jocelyn was telling me the casino gossip. So there's this one...
Okay, please, lay it on me.
This is juicy.
This is great, because I hate drama, but, like, I can listen to it and, like...
No, it's perfect, because
okay.
This is, like, not even about me, which was, like, if it's, like, even this
okay,
guy...
Marissa just, like, sat up. I just, like, this is... I can tell this is gonna be good.
Okay, so picture a guy.
Okay.
He's really not that cute.
Can I pick one, or do I have to...
Well, I pull his Facebook, but I don't know everyone's name. But he's older.
Oh, okay.
He's overweight.
Okay.
I think he's just some white guy. I'm pretty sure he lives with his parents or his mom. But,
Okay.
like, not cute at all. And
Okay.
the casino girls, some of them are really pretty, some of them are average, but they're, like, all cuter than him. So, basically, he was with one woman at the casino. My cousin works at the casino.
Like a fellow employee?
I don't think I'm not clear if he actually works there or not. I think he's just dating. So, he's dating this woman. He gets her pregnant.
Oh, boy.
He's with her for like 7 months. Say, babe, I'm going to be with you. I'm going to raise the baby. He cheats on her with another woman.
No.
Who works at the casino.
No.
So let's say woman A is pregnant. So he goes to woman B and say, hey.
That's even worse. Cheating. Okay, cheating is like the worst thing you can do to somebody.
It gets worse.
Oh, no.
You just got to let me finish story. He goes to woman B and says, hey, woman A and I broke up. And they had sex. And then he goes, by the way, woman A and I didn't break up. And you can't tell her because then you're the mistress. So he tricked woman B, and like, granted, they're not all best friends, you know. So if I
was woman B, I would tell woman A if I was close enough with her.
She eventually,
I'd be like, he lied to me.
it eventually all came out. But then he starts dating woman C, another woman who works at the casino.
Oh my god!
So it's like this.
Maybe he just likes those little outfits they wear.
They're brown.
Oh.
They're ugly. They're hideous. But
I think you showed me a picture of Jocelyn's.
Disgusting.
It's not cute.
But it's so weird because this guy has no appeal. Like, he's not tall. He's not handsome. He's not good looking.
Maybe he's rich.
He's not. He lives with his mom. That was my first question: is does he have money? And no, because he lives with his mom. And I'm giving you like the watered down story. And so basically, like he's having this baby.
What? So is he like? Does woman A like? If I was A, I wouldn't want him in my baby's life. If he was gonna be like that, I would just be like, you know what? I don't want anything to do with you. I'd be like, clearly you're,
but I don't get how he
child.
seduces these women, because when you look at your picture, you're like, ew. Like sometimes you can see someone, like we talked about this, and like I'm not attracted to you, but I could see how someone would be.
Is he like really charming or something?
Maybe he pulls the charm out of his ass. I don't know, but he's so unappealing, so gross, and oh my god. So
that's bizarre.
And that's just the watered down version of the casino drama.
I don't understand. How could you do that to somebody, especially when they're pregnant? That's
especially
the worst.
when you knock them up and you promise, baby, I'm going to be there for you.
Yeah, especially like, okay, it's one thing if you like,
if you knock them up and you say, I don't want to deal with this,
and you're like not together. That's fine. But if you're actively like dating somebody who's also pregnant, like what?
Well, even it's like right when you knock her up, if you're like, hey, I'm really sorry, I don't want this kid, then at least she knows right then and there it's going to be her alone, or figure out what you want to do with the baby. But like, to assume you're going to keep this baby and raise it with this guy, and then he backs out, and like you're already 7 months pregnant, you can't do anything about it. In
theory, I guess if she felt like she couldn't take care of the child on her own or something, she could in theory put up for adoption.
No, I know.
If that was a route that she wanted to go, if she really felt like she couldn't financially support it or whatever, it's a hard decision. But if she felt like she couldn't take care of the kid without somebody else there.
Money. I don't know how he got involved in the casino. I think maybe he like
just gambles a lot, probably.
Maybe he gambles, or maybe like he delivers something there, or something weird. Like,
well, he's delivering something. I'll tell you that.
Maybe he's really young. I don't know.
Oh my god! Stop it.
Anyway, crazy. And Jocelyn was telling me this for like an hour, and I'm really, I was like, Jocelyn, you need to write this up. Change their names, because she's a really good writer. Really good. So, like, Jocelyn, you need to make this, like, a drama blog. I would read it, like, like...
That's just, like, crazy to me.
Right? And my first question was, are they friends? Because, like, even if I was an acquaintance with someone, and, like, someone got them, like, if that happened to me, I would not date him. I'd be like, you just got so-and-so pregnant. Like, why would you want to sleep with me?
Yeah.
/ like, what's really going on? Like, so it's weird to me that the girls...
I feel like in those situations, it's even worse, like, especially for chick A, like... it would be even worse to find out all this was happening with people she knew.
Right,
because it's like, it's one thing if it's somebody you don't know, because then there's the potential that other person didn't know, blah, blah, blah. But if it's somebody you know, you're like, you know that I'm having this guy's child.
Yeah, why would you sleep with him?
Because, like, on one hand, it's like, I understand, like, if he were to, like, mess around with other people, like, if they, he got her pregnant, but he didn't want to be with her at that time, or something, whatever's happening, and he's like, okay, this situation is happening, but we're not together, then it's like, okay, do whatever you want. But if you're, like, actively dating, and you're, like, if you're, like, whatever the situation is, and you're like, yeah, I want to be with you, blah, 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 but it's like, if you're...
Total scumbag. Biggest, like, scumbaggiest story I think I've ever heard in my life. But of course, I told Jocelyn, the casino should have a reality show or something. Like,
yeah, that's,
that is
oh my
crazy.
God.
Casino Girl, that's the one reality show that
it would be called
covered.
Casino Girls.
Yeah,
that's what the name of it
It's the one
be.
reality show that isn't covered. You have, like, little people, you have autistic people, you have big people, you have
My
really big people. Yeah. Like, you have... all these different Beverly Hills, all
like
these
housewives of wherever, housewives of hell or whatever.
Yeah, there's no casino girls, like...
I'm actually surprised that there's not, like, a casino.
Right? That's what I was thinking.
Probably because they can't really...
We should pitch that.
I don't know if they would want cameras in there, per se, because there are a lot of people that would be gambling and stuff that wouldn't want their face shown, so I think it would just be too much work.
There's a lot of tweakers there.
To have to, like, blur every single person that wasn't, like, an employee.
It'd have to be, like, in Vegas for, like, only the showgirls or something, like, behind the scenes.
Yeah, or it would be, like, you would go into that
Totally
particular
fake.
Casino knowing that there's a potential you could be filmed, is how they'd have to play it, kind of. But they'd have to, like, build it just for TV and put certain cameras in certain places and whatever, and yeah, but it could be done. It would just require effort.
We need to work for reality TV, because I thrive off of drama I'm not directly involved with. So if I could, like, work behind the scenes and be like, okay, like, here's how I think this scene would go, or if I could, like, be in the thing and know it was fake and, like, be the crazy person, that would be so fun. Like, on, what was it? Something where there was, like, older women arguing, and they're like, you're so fake, and she goes, the only thing fake about me is my leg, and she rips off her fake legs and slams it on the table.
Is that real?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's reality TV, like, I'm sure it's planned.
Okay, yeah, but
still, it's so funny. Like, I would totally do that, like, my fake leg, and then you'd be like, wait, Marissa, you literally have 2 legs. Where did that come from? Like...
I would fake leg out of nowhere.
I would thrive. We should audition for, like, Bad Girls Club or something.
It's like, what was it? Was it Guardians of the Galaxy where they were building something and Rocket was trying to tell Star-Lord to... Was it a fake leg or a fake arm? He was like, oh yeah, we're also gonna need that dude's leg or that dude's arm. What was it? It was like... But it was that funny scene where they were, like, trying to build a way to get out of the prison or whatever, and it was like... Rocket was just, like, being a little shit, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna need that dude's arm.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was like, I don't remember if it was his arm or his leg, but it was funny. And so I comes back, and he's like, oh yeah, I got the leg. And he was like, oh, I was joking, I didn't think you'd do it.
He, like, gave him a bunch of money or something.
Something like that. It was just, like, really funny. It just reminded me of that.
It was so good. Drama.
I just am still, like, trying to absorb that. I'm trying to picture what he looks like, too, and I just, like... I can't imagine that happening to somebody that wasn't, like, attractive. And it's, like, obviously being attractive is, like, no excuse, but, like...
But, yeah, not attractive. Like,
really? Like, you're...
Like, even if you were that...
Your pregnant girlfriend? Like,
even if
you're
you were...
cheating on your girlfriend, anybody you're dating is one thing, but, like, especially if you're dating somebody that's pregnant?
But
like...
even if you were that ridiculously charming, he's so repulsive that I don't get how you could ever actually, like, sleep with him. Because you'd be like, okay, you're really funny and clever. No, who knows? But anyway, oh god, crazy.
Yeah, that's just like, I don't... Wow. That was, like, such a wild story that I was not expecting Woman C either. That was,
Woman C? I know there's more to Woman C, but there's so much in the story that she told me I couldn't keep up, but...
There's more to Woman C?
Well, I know, because she talked about it for, like, an hour and a half.
Oh my god.
You know, so, something, yeah, I'll have to get the scoop of the update, you guys.
Please do. We'll just have to have Jocelyn on as a guest.
Like,
She can
Jocelyn,
just,
I need you to talk about this.
Yeah, I need you to talk about casino drama, please. That would just be, like, wow. I don't know. That must be, like, crazy, too, to be, like, anybody that's friends with any of them. To be, like, somehow tangled up in that crazy situation.
And then Jocelyn's funny because she was telling me, too, Jocelyn is not...
7 months pregnant, too.
Yeah, like, far in there. He's
like, if early on you bail.
Yeah, like, you get pregnant a couple weeks in, maybe a month, you're like, okay, I can't, you know, but yeah, 7 months, that's a long... But anyway, Jocelyn was telling me, like, some girl kept giving her shit, and Jocelyn's, like, not a rude person, but, like, if you get in her face, like, she's gonna get in your face.
Yeah, I imagine she would not take kindly to people trying to fuck with her.
Some woman kept, like, being, like, would say really catty things, and finally Jocelyn was like, what the fuck is your problem? And she, like, screamed at this girl, and of course the girl couldn't take it, and was like, oh my god, and I guess, like, the manager came in and was like, Jocelyn, like, why are you screaming? And Jocelyn said, like, okay, well, do you want to know the short story or the long story? And they're like, the short story, and Jocelyn's like, I'm gonna tell you the long story of, like, this woman, like, harassing me and all this stuff, until finally I had to yell at her, and they were like, oh, okay. Oh, and then the woman, apparently, who was really rude to Jocelyn. I guess she's literally racist and calls people the N-word. So Jocelyn told the management, and she was like, yeah, just so you know.
Is she somebody that works there, or is she, like...
Yeah, she works at the casino,
oh, boy.
And she hates black people. And Jocelyn said, she's like, I've never met, like, an actual real-life racist before. And so she was like, yeah, she calls customers the N-word all the time.
What?
Da-da-da-da-da. And so the management was like, oh, okay, like, I guess we can't get you in trouble for yelling. We're going to take care of this.
I have such a hard time when, like, seeing people or, like, hearing about people that are, like, real life racist. Like, and I just, like, I can't understand how people are like that. Like, what went wrong in your life?
I think her story was something stupid. Like, her like, dad left her, and her mom ended up with, like, a black guy or something. But I guess they go up to her and go, ooh, you know, whatever your name is, you just want a big black dick. And she goes, what? And she's like, it's, like, physically repulsed. Instead of you and I would be like, okay, you're an idiot, whatever, like,
obviously
whatever.
That would be, you know, not cool and, like,
no, especially
like, harassment.
In the workplace. But she gets, like, she like, almost, like, vomits, and she's, like, so disgusted.
Oh, like, her coworkers say that to her?
Yeah.
I thought you meant, like, random black men. I was like, well, no wonder, like.
Her coworkers just to mess with her because she's such a jerk.
Oh my god, that's, like, kind of too funny.
So much drama. So good. Let's see what time
we're like an hour 20 or something like that. I don't know. But I just, like, I can't. Wow. I'm gonna have to, next time I see Jocelyn, I'm gonna be like, can you just, like, tell me a story? Like, what's happening?
I know, I told her, I'm like, can you write this down? I need you to, like, tell the story again a couple more times through.
Just, like, yeah, I want to, like, read it over and over again. To just,
I know,
like,
I told her she should, and she laughed, like, oh, yeah, and I'm like, no, like, you really should blog about this. I would, like, you'd get a big following.
You really should blog about this.
Well, she has, like, a blog, not a Tumblr, but, like, a WordPress or something, and she does, like, a little bit of poetry and whatever, but, like, this is, like,
this would need its own thing, because she would need to, like, she could give people fake names and everything.
Yeah, just rewrite it
so that everybody would know, like, you know, between days who was who. Like,
exactly.
She would get a TV.
It'd be like
probably.
Sex in the City, you know. Like,
oh my god,
her thing. She so would.
That's kind of amazing. I said earlier that I was, like, kind of anti-drama, and part of that has to do with the fact that I just, like, am never in situations that are, like, so high drama like that. Like, when, you know, in high school is, of course, drama central for, you know, young ladies. That's just fucking the way it's like a stereotype because it's fucking true. It really is. Like, I ended up with, like, a relatively decent group of friends that there was minimal drama, except for this one chick having a fake boyfriend, which I do not have the time on this particular. I will have to dedicate an entire podcast to talking about this saga of this chick and her fake boyfriend, because it would actually take me, like, half an hour to tell the full story. But that was, like, the only real drama, and it was not even drama because she never came clean about it, and that's a story for another podcast. However, but yeah, it's like, other than just, like, stupid shit, there was not really a lot of drama in, like, amongst the people I was hanging around with. But on, like, the sort of outskirts of the people that I talked to, like, people that I knew from my classes and whatever, there was just, like, a lot of situations that were so high drama that I just, like, could not believe. I was like, how do you people get yourselves involved with this? Like, when people are being catty and stuff, my first instinct is not to, like, fight about it. Like, my first instinct is to just walk away.
Well, plus, like, it's funny hearing about all the private school kids and, like, the parties and the drugs they're doing. It's like, okay, your parents are paying so much money for
Yeah,
This
wow, for you to
crazy
like,
stuff.
for you to fucking snort coke after a school play.
Yeah.
Like, stop.
Yeah.
But there's this one story I remember in particular, too, that was, a friend told me. She was not really my friend. She was some girl that I really didn't like very much, but she insisted on being my friend, so I tolerated her for, like, a year. And she told me this story. She was very upset, I guess. But her version of upset was, like, she was, like, not really upset. She was just, like, being weird and kind of, like, weirdly catty about the whole situation, which, okay, once you hear the story, you'll understand why she was, like, annoyed. But, so apparently, I just, like, I can't tell a story with a straight face. So apparently, so it's her and her friend, who is, this is not, like, relevant to the story. This is just to help Marissa identify who is a foreigner. And, because I don't want to say these people's names because I feel a little bad about it, but, so, this girl is, I guess there was this guy that she liked, because it's high school and you like people, and I guess she was hanging out with her and her friend and this guy, and I think a couple other people were there too, but, I guess they were at her house, and I guess, I don't know if her friend, like, knew that the girl liked this guy, like, I don't know, because she was never, like, very, I hate to say this, but she was, like, not very good at flirting. I'm not saying I'm amazing, obviously, I have anxiety, so it's, like, whatever, but, like, she was very, like, loud and awkward, kind of, in a way that was not just being a teenager awkward, like, she was very annoying, and so, I don't know if this guy, like, really wanted anything to do with her, but I guess she was telling me, she was like, yeah, we were at this house, and all of a sudden, I didn't know where friend, and the guy, I don't remember what the guy's name was, but she goes, yeah, apparently when I asked friend where she went, apparently they had gone in the bedroom and he fingered her.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
She was like, and I knew because she was being really loud.
Oh my god.
And I just,
like fake?
Probably.
Oh my god.
But it's just, like, it was just so funny to me because she was just, like, so full of rage, and I was, like, I was not expecting that story to end the way it did, because, like, it's one thing if, you know, your friend, like, knows that you like somebody or whatever and are just being catty and bitchy about it, but I don't know if, like, anybody knew but her, like, and it's not like they were together, like, it's not, you know, but it's just, like, so funny because the way he said it, the way she said it was just so, like, and he fingered her.
Oh my god.
And I was like, wait, what? Like, I thought she was gonna say that they, like, made out or something, but it was just, like,
oh my god, that's like
so
like
different
about
than I
high school.
expected.
It's too. I'd be like, oh, what happened? And we'd be like, we hooked up, and I'd be like, no, but what happened?
Oh my god!
Because people say that and expect me not to say anything, and I'd be like, no, like maybe that works with your other friends, but you're gonna have to like go in detail, slow motion it for me, like.
Oh my god. Okay, well,
play by play.
You know, but
still,
it's
what does that mean? It means
yeah,
like,
some people said hooked up by like they just
like,
made out at a party.
Yes, he kissed my cheek. We hooked up, or like they went all the way,
and then they're like, oh, we fucked 4 different times on the counter.
Every room.
Like, yeah, it's like
every hole is.
Oh my god, stop it.
Gaping open.
Stop it. The word gaping is not a good word.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's very vague. And
yeah.
I don't appreciate it.
I think people say it kind of in a way to be vague, like they don't really
No, they do. That's
don't
why
really
want
to tell you what they like don't really want to tell you.
Like, don't tell me anything if like you're not going to tell me anything.
I think too part of the reason people said it is because if they didn't fuck, they wanted to make it seem like they did.
Oh yeah.
So it's like if they just like made out at a party or something, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we hooked up," and people are like, "Oh my god!" And it's
want to like fake you had sex, or you had sex and you're like embarrassed about it.
You want to pretend that you did. Yeah.
I think it's either or. There's never any.
I'm more likely to assume that it's sex though. When somebody says hooked up, my first assumption is that it's sex. Even kind of in high school, it was like. I'm not fully clear on which you mean when you say hooked up. Like, did you make out in the back corner of
That's
a party?
why I had
Did
to.
you
That's
blow
why I
him?
would.
Did you
be
fuck? Like,
specific.
what's the? I don't know. And so, but at this point, I'm more likely to assume people mean sex, and they're gonna have to like correct me.